go for some power now. Full throttle, 4S powered. Woo! What's up? Welcome back to Motion RC. I'm your product specialist, Wesley, and today we have the 4S Vulcan. This airplane is available in 6S also on the website, but today we're playing with the 4S. I have a 5000 in there, and we're going to show you how great this thing flies. Taxiing it now, right now as we speak on the runway. Really enjoyed this airplane. It does have retracts. We've got it set up by the book. I have 100% throw all the way around. I really like that, but you can easily cut it down to about half that and be great if you're a newer pilot. So here we go. We're going to go one notch of flaps on the Vulcan, and here we go, about half throttle. We're going to let it run down the runway. Look at it just lift off nice and gentle. Gear up, flaps coming up, and turning it out. Now the Vulcan is a very, very stable airplane. There is no gyro in this airplane right now. This is just me flying it, so you'll see how stable the airplane actually is. I'm about to power off, coming down the runway. So smooth. Such a quiet airplane. Woo! So smooth. Let's go for some power now. Full throttle, 4S powered. Woo! We're gonna lose Lori on that one. Let's go a little further out this time for Lori. Full throttle again. Pulling the power back. Very stable airplane. So let's do a flat roll. So we're going to go in, put the rudder, elevator, rudder, back to neutral. Works great. This airplane really can grow with you. If you're looking for a first jet, you can do anything with it. Here we go again. Flat roll. It's one that's going to grow with you. Inverted flight. Absolutely fantastic once again. Like I said, this airplane is one that's going to grow with you, be a fun one for years to come kind of deal. You can always change out the power system in it to the 6S power system. But honestly, I've been very impressed with the 4S performance. You can see right there, no problem with the vertical. Throw the retracts out. Let's do a touch and go, no flaps. Turning it in, power off. It's a touch and go, here we go. Power coming back in. Gear up, turning it out. We're going to turn out in front of us, Lori, and do a steep turn. And turn. Ooh, sorry about that. I didn't mean to bring it right over your head, Lori. Uh, 4S Vulcan, what have we not done? Knife edge, maybe? I hadn't really tried knife edge much with the 4S, but I know the 6S can do it, so it's time to find out. Here we go. It falls out of it. Doesn't quite have the power to keep the perfect knife edge. Now you could definitely do a wing up. Let's see here. Coming across the field, wing up. And it kind of falls out of it. Let's see, 4-point roll. We're going to go up, rudder, negative elevator, rudder, positive elevator. Beautiful. So that's 3.5 minute timer going off. All right, here we come by. We're gonna put the gear out right as it gets in front of us, Lori. Boom. We're gonna go half flaps. Turning it in, full flap dump coming down. Power is completely off. We are gliding in at the moment. Adding a little bit more power in, we're about to quarter. We're gonna bring it in right at a quarter throttle. There it is. Whoop. Power off. Flaps coming up. And we'll drive it back now. Excellent flight on the 4S Vulcan. Really a fun little airplane. Love the paint job on the 4S too. All right, let's get this back over to the bench. We'll give you a CG battery report, show you around the airplane. All right, so that was a great flight on our Freewing 70mm Vulcan airplane. This is the 4S version. We do have a 6S version of this airplane on the website. It's bright yellow. But for now, we're talking about this one. So this is going to be a great airplane for you guys that are looking for your first complex EDF jet. You have flaps, you have retracts all the way around. It's a good size, you can see it. The color scheme's really good on it for seeing it in the air and keeping orientation. Let's talk CG for just a second here. On mine, I CG to this white line right here where the wires go. I can hold right here on the bottom of the wing and balance it right there on those lines. That's where I've been balancing mine. I really like it on that tape line, like I said, where your wires go right underneath there. As far as batteries go, remember this was made to be a 6S jet also, so it had a larger battery compartment in it. So I've got a 5,000 4S battery inside of mine. If you're going to fly it with anything smaller, be prepared to either add nose weight or put a second battery in there just to get more weight in the front. Speaking of battery, let's go on and get a check for you on that flight time. So we're at 384 a cell, or 46%. We could definitely fly a little bit longer with the Vulcan, but right now I've been having mine set to 3.5 minutes of flight time. Been coming down more than safely without any issues. Now let's talk about the inside of the airplane and how we have it set up. It comes with the blue box not mounted in the airplane, but I mounted mine right back here. And then I ran my wires by taking these 4 screws out of the inside of the airplane. You were able to lift this tray out. And I ran my wires under this tray and up here to this front spot. There was already this piece of wood here, so it seemed like the perfect place to put my receiver. So I ran all my wires right up here to the front, and I have my Admiral 6-channel Stability Plus gyro inside the airplane. I did not have the gyro turned on for that flight. It was just as it is. And then, like you see, you want your aerial antennas always in a 90-degree pattern. I was able to do that also with this airplane very easily. Rates, I like it with 100% all the way around, but I do have 3 cuts in there. So I have 100% on elevator and ailerons. Then I have 75 and then 55. Now on 55, it's pretty docile and very tamed down, and on a sport jet like this, you're going to want a lot more throws if you're going to be trying to do the maneuvers you saw today. Now, like I said, I would probably recommend taking it off in the middle rate or higher, getting used to it. If you need it less, it's there, but if you're just flying around normal, a lot of guys are going to want this with more rate in it, maybe a little less, or maybe more rate and more expo to soften it up on your top end. I didn't run any expo in mine, but I know a lot of guys are running around 20% of expo for their controls. Anyway, that is the conclusion of the Freewing Models 70mm Vulcan here from Motion RC. We hope you decide to check it out. Hit it down there in the link. Don't forget, if you have any other questions, you can always ask them over on Hobby Squawk Forum, or if you're new to our Facebook community group, we have all of our customers there sharing their pictures of their custom models. You might even be in one of our once a month updates here on YouTube and be chosen to win something. You never know. We like to choose guys that are working on airplanes over there on the website. So Facebook community page, hit that up. show us what you're working on or ask your questions there to all of our community members. And whether it be land, sea, or air, Motion RC is going to have what you want. So we're going to get out there and fly. We'll see y'all in the next episode.